Hey, it's Darren with Arbitrage Trade, and it's time for Deep Dive with Daniel from across the sea. And he is here, and he's actually, we can see him and we can hear him. So, hey, we're starting off great on this one, Daniel.
It's working. It's working.
That's
We're
right.
gonna hope it
It's
keeps
working.
working.
Hey, they let him through this time. We must not be talking about anything controversial. So, well, maybe it is. Here, in fact, EVs and tariffs, etc. Boy, they all tie together here. Anyway, this is maybe if I should say EM instead of Elon Musk, so they won't shut you down. Anyway, your title this week for your blog is Elon Musk 56 billion pay package saga. What happened and what's next? So I understand that the judge shut it down, and I think it was one investor, and you're going to fill in the details here. I'm just telling you what, as a someone who picks up a lot of news here and there, what I've heard is that he shut it down over one complaint or something that went up to the court, and I forget the reason why. What was the reason why? You can tell us that. What was the reason why the judge overturned his pay package?
Yeah, it was viewed that he had excessive control over the board. I don't remember
That's right.
all of the
That's
all
right.
the board members, but it's more or less like his brother was on the board,
Right,
and
right. I
it,
remember that
like
now.
he kind of hand selected the board more or less, and so the judge viewed it as like a deeply flawed approval process for his executive compensation, which
Got you.
I'm sure
That's
we'll
right.
talk about. But it's hilarious
Yes.
because he had to 10x the company.
Yes. So
He had
when
to
he
do something insane, and they're
yeah.
like, "That wasn't fair." And it's like he literally invented EV cars.
I know
He made up the market.
for very for little money relatively to I mean, he didn't accept anything, right? I mean, what
Oh
when
yeah, he
he
pretty much had zero pay that
yeah,
entire time, and he had to hit all of his insane targets to be able to get paid like anything.
right. It'd be like a basketball player, you got an average 90 points a game, and you've got to get 30 rebounds a game. You
You
got
got
to
to
get a
win a
triple double
championship
every
every
game.
year.
That's
Like,
right. Never miss the playoffs and win it every
pretty
year. And
much.
then and only then will we give you the 56 billion. And then the player saying, okay.
Yeah, then after 6 years, if you do all that,
Right, right. You gotta wait
now
6 years and
maybe we'll
stay
give
at
you
6.
something. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm was pulling for Elon on this, because I think it encourages CEOs to take it on the chin at first and sacrifice to get this huge number, and then during that time, you're constantly working towards that number to reach it, and he did. So I mean, give the man his money.
Yeah,
So
no, I
yeah,
think it's kind of it's like a silly thing, right? Because he had to grow the company to a $650 billion market cap. He had profit targets, revenue targets,
yep.
a bunch of things that were at the time everyone approved it, the shareholders, because they were like, this is ridiculous. There's no way.
There's not.
Right? But it was literally deemed as this is dumb. There's zero chance he does any of this. And then he did all of it, right? But then on the
Yes.
other side, you have somebody like the CEO of Boeing who still makes $100 million a year, with the pay, bonus, all that stuff. But his planes are falling out of the sky,
Literally.
right? And so, and I think we've talked about this before, Darren, or I'm sure you're aware, is that the majority of Fortune 500 or S&P 500 companies over I think it's the last 10 plus years, probably 15, the majority of their rise in stock price is from stock buybacks. It's not
Yes.
actually from performance improvement, right? So you have
Oh,
someone who's actually doing something, took all the risk and did it, should get paid, in my opinion, because I believe in capitalism. But then you have all these other
yeah,
ones that just get
capitalism.
paid a
Thank you.
ton and they don't actually do anything. They're like, well, I get paid on the stock price rising, and instead of trying to make a better business, we'll just manipulate it more or less.
Oh, I don't believe anybody manipulates anything.
It's a little bit, a
Um,
little bit.
So yeah, the fact the buybacks, we're about to hit a time of the year when they cut it off, right? Or you can't do buybacks. It's like a blackout period for buybacks. Is that right? Again, I hear bits and
Like
pieces.
going into earnings.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you. I'll
there's
rely
like
on you.
certain rules around like I know when
Right.
I was at Goldman, we'd always get an email like I can't remember, maybe I never bought any stock, but like a month before earnings, you weren't allowed to like buy any stock because if you had insider information of like it might go up or down, then
Right. I
it's
mean, no
like
one ever buys stock with insider information. I mean, you would be a first if you did that for sure, and the last. Never
well,
happened.
the big boys do what they want. We literally had our like trading accounts locked. Like you couldn't do anything. So
Gotcha, gotcha. And if you did, they slap you
My
on the
my
wrist and
my
say,
one
"Here's
thousand
a
dollars
$100
was
fine."
not capable to. Oh, no, I'd go to jail for like 7 years.
Oh, yeah, whatever. They'd say, "You're
No,
what's the
I
term?"
would. Stephen Cohen wouldn't.
I've read the FINRA disciplinary actions. Anyway, we're going off on a different tangent here, but so there was you said there were implications for the governance of Delaware and the corporate governance. So what were those?
Yeah, I think a lot of companies like I don't want to make this political, but a lot of people view this as a very kind of like woke liberal like ideology of like oh like he's getting paid too much, so like we're just gonna cancel it kind of because we don't like it, right? And a lot of pretty much all companies that big kind of incorporate in Delaware because it's very defined. There's lots of cases. Like you kind of go there because you know exactly how they're going to act in like legal business action, right? And this
Yep,
is
got a
like
friendly judge.
exactly. And this is the first time where it's kind of like an opinion was opined instead of the law, right? And so
It's happened a
a
lot
lot
lately.
of these companies and
Right.
CEOs are really viewing things of kind of like oh like should we be being there, like are they kind of now politically motivated instead of business motivated. And so you have I believe Tesla goes up to vote to incorporate in Texas. I've
Right.
heard of people talking about Nevada, Wyoming, Texas. Obviously no one's ever going to incorporate in California anyway. Um, so
Or New York.
I yeah, right. I mean, I think you have a lot of these businesses that are gonna kind of start looking at incorporating in different areas where they're, a little bit honestly probably more like red states. So because they're gonna be a
Mhm.
bit more
Mhm.
capitalist forward.
Which
And
Elon was never he's admitted he's not really Republican, or in fact he claims that he's liberal. Um but centrist, and that doesn't matter. He should have never made X because that made it free speech. Oh, I'm sorry, I went political, but I'm the guy with the hat, not today, but the one with the
no, but I
conspiracy
mean,
hat.
at this point, like politics, you see it with this case, right? Politics has influenced um
It is.
economics, and so when it does, like people are going to do something about it. I don't really think anyone gives a shit about the state of Delaware, but they're probably going to lose a lot of revenue through all these companies
It's
not
I always
incorporating
thought that
there.
was funny. Yes, yes. Little old
It's
Delaware.
kind of the only reason anyone cares about Delaware. But
That's
I,
about right.
I wish
Oh,
them
don't send
well.
any
But
hate messages in, Delaware listeners, all of you.
hey, I'm from Ohio. They're probably like me. They want to leave really bad. I get it.
That's right.
So
And California, New York. Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, I do
Hey, hey,
appreciate
hey,
you.
hey, hey!
Yeah.
Listen.
Uh-oh.
California is great,
Yeah, you left it.
but you just don't get a lot for what you pay for. Okay,
No.
that's the issue.
No. You're getting less and less too. It's like every week on my reports, I'm reporting something about what California's doing to
Yeah,
make
I
it
know.
worse
You know,
from the from the top.
it's funny. You can cut this out of this if you want, but it's funny. Like now, having not been there, I'm like, man, when I go back, am I really gonna move back there? Do I like surfing enough? I don't know if I do. Like,
Just gotta go to Hawaii now. Well, no, Hawaii is not much better. All right. We're not gonna get all the states in here, start talking about each and every one of them. But to your point, yes.
Oklahoma sucks.
Yeah, That's right. Tennessee. Everybody's moving to Tennessee or Texas or Florida. Um, but hey, actually, it's because of a tax-friendly state, it's Tennessee. But in fact, speaking of Elon, and we can do the full tie around now. Is Elon is building a chip factory here, and it's because he's going to use the Mississippi River to cool. I guess you need to cool a lot of things in a chip making factory or whatever factory he's putting here. I need to brush up on my local information, don't I? But yeah, he's actually bringing
You get a
a
second
big.
job, Darren.
Hey, Elon. Hey, hey, our boss Royce knows Elon a little bit, so maybe he can hook me up. We can do.
Darren
I'll
goes
just
in the
hey,
Darren goes in the interview. He's like, I like chips.
that's the thing. Yes, I'll pull him in for one of our Wednesday after the thing. He could be a regular visitor. That'd be awesome. He has
Right.
nothing else to do at all except count his money now. 56 billion. All right, appreciate you talking about this and maybe doing some clarification for those that didn't know any real details about this. And congrats, Elon. And I will talk to you later this. No, I'll talk to you next week.
Oh, later
And
this week. Later this week, if it works.
that's right. Okay. Talk to you later,
Take
Daniel.
care. Bye.
Bye.